I want to welcome our witnesses to the hearing this afternoon. We're honored to have Sean Stackley, Assistant Secretary of the Navy, Research, Development, and Acquisition, Vice Admiral Kevin M. McCoy, Commander, Naval Sea Systems Command, and Captain William J. Galinas, Supervisor of Shipbuilding for the Gulf Coast. Thank you, gentlemen. We're grateful for your service to the nation and certainly grateful for the service of your fellow naval personnel and Marines who do so much to assure our safety and our freedom. Thank you. The Navy continues to be faced with a number of critical issues as it tries to balance its modernization needs and procurement needs against the cost of current operations. The shipbuilding budget remains at a level where it will be difficult at best to field the Navy we want, and indeed even the Navy that we need. With that in mind, we need to ensure that we are getting good value for every shipbuilding dollar that we spend. We were very pleased to see the Department's decision to continue budgeting for 2 Virginia-class submarines per year. We believe that what the Navy and the contractor team have been achieving in driving down costs and reducing construction should be a model for other Navy programs. And we support the Navy's efforts to drive costs out of the Ohio Replacement SSBN program. SSBNs will remain a vital leg of the nuclear triad for the foreseeable future. Achieving cost reduction goals in these 2 programs will yield significant stability to our Navy's submarine industrial base and provide the Navy with a modern, capable submarine fleet for many years to come. And as we have been told on numerous occasions, stability is a very important factor in achieving quality and affordability. We now have the prospect of achieving some stability in the Littoral Combat Ship, or LCS, program. Since last year, after conducting a winner-take-all competition, the Navy decided that by awarding 10 ships to each shipbuilder, the Navy could save $2.9 billion, or $1 billion more than the program of record, and could purchase an additional LCS vessel during the same period of the fit-up, 20 ships rather than 19. We understand that each builder has been making much better progress on the second ship in terms of cost, quality, and schedule. Stability in the program should permit the contractors to make further improvements. On a somewhat less happy note, there have been lingering problems in some shipbuilding programs. The highest profile among these has been the LPD-17 program. We have had a host of problems on these ships, not the least of which has been cost growth, schedule delays, and construction problems, particularly on the earlier ships in the program. The Navy took delivery of the first and second ships while they were still in an incomplete form and has subsequently identified numerous construction problems on the first 2 ships. We also know that the Navy has had problems with the later ships in the class as well. There have been welding problems, pipe hanger installation problems, lube oil contamination problems, and others. Now, the goal here is not to single out a particular shipyard. In fact, you can look at every naval program over the last several decades and find significant problems. When I was first elected in 1991, the Seawolf was suffering from cost overruns, from quality controls, etc. So our purpose is not singling out shipyards. It's really to find out systemically what we have to do to ensure that all the shipbuilding programs in the Navy are operating on budget, on time, with high quality. And that's the challenge we all face. If we understand these systemic issues, we can help the Navy deal with them, and that is our intention. Secretary Stackley, we talked last week about the bow wave of procurement costs and bow wave of operating and support costs facing the Department and the Marine Corps ground systems. I suspect that we could have a similar discussion today about Navy ships. Later in this decade, we will need to ramp up surface ship construction to meet missile defense and fleet air defense requirements, and we'll have to begin construction of an Ohio-class replacement submarine. The 30-year shipbuilding plan lays out all of these programs along with the resources necessary to execute the plan. However, in our country's current fiscal environment, it is very unlikely that we will have as much money to spend on a 30-year shipbuilding plan as that plan assumes. And fundamentally, that is why this hearing is so important. We need to focus on harvesting the savings from quality improvements and efficiency improvement in the shipyards across the entire shipbuilding program, without exceptions. We need to do this not only because of the direct savings, but also because we need to demonstrate to the taxpayer that we are using defense dollars wisely. There are significant challenges, and we fear they have the potential to add a great deal of instability to the Navy's shipbuilding budget, even in the near term. If the Department of the Navy is unable to control its acquisition program and drive our cost growth while still getting quality ships, drive that cost growth down, the Navy will not be able to afford the 313-ship fleet the Chief of Naval Operations says he needs to meet the requirements identified by the Quadrennial Defense Review. We look forward to hearing your testimony this afternoon on these and other issues facing the Navy.